Unreal Engine even. And this is R-Type on the Commodore 64. Now, I've not actually played this version before, so I'm quite looking forward to actually playing it. So it's one of those games. It's just like, it's an arcade staple, isn't it? Everybody knows R-Type, I think. Even if you're, a sort of Millennium or Generation Z, I think you'd probably know what it was, or you'd certainly seen a shoot 'em up that was inspired by some of its features, like the satellite round it and all the other bits and pieces. So, without spending any more time messing about, let's get into it and see what it's like. I've played the Spectrum version. I've played the Amstrad version on my channel. I've played the Amstrad remake, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm quite interested to see what the Commodore can do with this. So let's give it a go. So F1 to start, player 1. And we're here. It definitely has the better music, that's for certain. There's our little ship. Hold down the button to larger fire. Cool, like it. Nice backgrounds. I quite like that. Plays nicely. Like a good shmup. Sounds like Slurpee, doesn't it? Some sort. I would like shmup, please. And give these the full power. If I can get them spot on, I can be able to shoot through all these. I'm always the same with these, though. I'm really rubbish, especially when I have to chat through it. I mean, I like these kind of shoot-ups, but as I say, really rubbish with the whole thing. And I shouldn't be, because I must have played R-Type 1 billion times. Without a doubt, I must have played this a billion times. Oh, maybe not a billion. Maybe a million times I've played R-Type. It is one of those games that I quite frequently come back to. It's funny because R-Type's tough. Last Resort, which is probably my favourite sort of not R-Type but R-Type, if that makes sense, is probably a tougher game in the long run. Let's have another go, because that was a bit short straight away. Yes, F1. I'm going to start again. Let's go for it. Yeah, a bit, yeah, Last Resort, which is an SNK game, which is a shoot 'em up, which also features a satellite. It's probably a little bit more. It's obviously more advanced because it's a later generation arcade game. But I tell you what's harsh. I'm noticing that they fire very much in your direction, almost sort of. You can't. Yeah, they're very on top of you with their fire, which interestingly you can destroy. I've not destroyed it before. There we go. Let's get the little. Oh my goodness! I can't get my head around it. I can't do it. I've got the joystick in, and I think I'm going to blame the joystick. Bad workman blames his tools. So there we go. This comes across really well. Quite impressed by this, actually. Not that I thought it was going to be bad in any way, shape, or form. It was really funny. I was talking to my missus the other day. We were talking Commodores, and sort of the number of Commodores that were out there and all the other bits and pieces that went with it. And I said to her, what's F3 do? Let's go back to the main menu. F3 maybe gives you 2-player. Anyway, but we're talking about Commodores. Now, my missus had a Commodore back in the day, and she got it, and she remembers it well. She remembers she got it in 1988, because in 1989, the Commodore Amiga was released, and she was really quite disappointed. I was 2-player, that's why. She was very disappointed because she was already out of date when she got that, because she would have been better with a Commodore Amiga. Now, she got that because it was the best computer her dad was told by her brother, because as we all know, brothers are notoriously good at knowing everything, especially when you're a kid. But I can't get past this part. Just rubbish. I'm going to have to concentrate for a minute. But so he said that the Commodore was the best way to go, but of course she was a bit annoyed because it wasn't the best one at the time. Now, I was saying to her though, I said, though, when I was a kid, most of my friends didn't actually have the Commodore. No, not at all. Most of my friends were Spectrum users, and it was just one of those, the nature of the thing. I actually only knew, including my own wife, I only knew 2 people with a Commodore, and I only ever played on one Commodore once back in the day at the time. It was only the once as well, and the game I remember playing, and I remember enjoying the loading because it had this music playing as well, which I thought was really cool. The Spectrum didn't have music, did it? So the one that I remember loading and playing for the first time on a Commodore was Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was the first thing, and I didn't even know it was on the Spectrum. So I was like, I never even went looking for it back in the day. Now, if I'd known it was on something other than that, I just can't believe I missed the satellite because I'm having such trouble here with this. And I was Christ, that's so tough. We're gonna have another go. But yeah, so we only. Oh, I don't know how I've managed to get here. How have I got here? It's let me go here for some reason. Player 2 has been allowed to go skip a level. I don't know what's going on. Player 2 must have got far enough long, I guess. That was a proper skip, wasn't it? That was really weird. I don't know what I managed to do there. That was quite impressive. Let's have another go. But yeah, so the Commodore, and the only game I played was Bruce Lee. I didn't even know it was on the Spectrum, so I never even went looking for it. If I'd known it was on the Spectrum, I'd been delighted at the time. And when it came to Amstrads, one friend with an Amstrad, and absolutely every one of my friends, bar one, had either the rubber key or the 48K Plus Spectrum, not the 128K. The only friend I say, I had one friend who had a +2, and the thing that I was most impressed by his +2 when he got it, because he had a production line, I remember it being grey, it was one of the first ones, those ones that came out, is he put on Target Renegade and he loaded it all into memory. And now remember, as 40K playable, I had to load bisectionally into the game. Yeah, it was. I was stunned that all the levels went in at once, and you could just keep on playing and didn't have to load anything and do all the bits and pieces that went with it. And the music was like, wow, we were blown away by the music. But anyway, that was. But so for me, everything I play on the Commodore is so new. It's like. It's amazing. It's like getting a new game, and it is. It's very much a new game. This might be an old game that we've seen lots of times, and I cannot believe how crap I am at this moment in time. I'm being awful, aren't I? I'm gonna have one more go, but yeah. So everything I play on the Commodore is new. I've never played it before. The only game, as I say, that I have played is Bruce Lee, which is one that I really need to do on my channel at some point. The Bruce Lee one. There is a Bruce Lee 2 though. It's a homebrew one. Have you seen that? Anybody seen that? The homebrew one? There's a Bruce Lee 2, and it has ability to create, because it's a PC game rather than a. Oh, here we go, satellite finally! Hurrah! Lock it on the front, and I'm guessing the spacebar throws it off. So, yeah. Oh wow! I managed to get past somewhere. Bloomin' heck! What is going on? Managed to get into somewhere else. Press the spacebar, fire that in there, get that to bounce around, killing some bad guys. Yes, look at the graphics, they're quite cool actually. I'm amazed how good this is. Oh, that speed's well needed. Oh no, I've missed the satellite, crashed. Oh, God. Oh, I can't believe that. Here's the satellite thing, because I could have got an upgrade on the satellite if I'd done that. And you look at this, I can get in here now. Level 1 is the one that I see a lot of. What's going on with my hands today? I had this yesterday when I was trying to do a truck driving video. I was like all over the place with it. But yeah, yeah, my sort of playground wars over which was the best literally was just who had the most games. We just used to trade them around as well, and all the sort of Spectrum stuff went with it. We never had that. The old Commodore's better, Spectrum's better, and Amstrad's better. But clearly, obviously, the Spectrum was better because there was more of them. But anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for stopping by. Don't hurt me in the comments. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.